That's peculiar.
It was just next to me. That's all.
Okay, that's fair enough.
And it had water in it. Okay, that'll do.
Right. Okay. Let me get.
So I've got top 20 World Cup moments open in front of me. I've got best ever World Cup goals on YouTube in front of me as well, on the TV.
Man. Right.
So it's like the most prepared we've ever been.
I know you don't want to be really, really prepared. Christ, don't ruin the magic. Okay, apparently we're live, but it's not coming up. Saying it's live there. Hang on a second. Let me refresh the page. Why you no show me where you are? Oh, there we are. There we are. Oh no, that's not it. No. This is weird.
Are you trying to get it started on YouTube? Is that the problem?
Yeah. It's running on YouTube. It's saying it's live. But I don't know where it is. Right, okay, I'm going to come out of that.
Yep.
You alright there? Are you stuck in some Tupperware?
I just had to go and turn the light on, so I had to take my headphones off for a minute.
You sounded like you were stuck in a Tupperware box.
I might be. The universe could be in someone's Tupperware box for all we know.
Here we go. Here we go. Right. Okay. Right. I have a link. Copy that. Then I'm going to stop that because that's draining my bandwidth. Right. Here we go. I'm going to paste that. Come listen to. You don't mind me calling an idiot, do you? Idiot.
No.
Talk about the World Cup. Football in it. I hit that. Then I will drop the link. Here's the hard link. Can you have a hard link? I don't know. That appears to be the link.
On the YouTubes?
Yeah. I've just put the details in the Shonky lab page.
Okay. Cool.
What I'll do now, that's okay. Cool. Right, sod it. Let's go for it. I need that because there's a chat room in the. Oh, Andy says that Lee's peeking. That's not your fault though. That's probably me. Hang on.
What's peeking? Is it like looking around the door?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Let's drop that down ever so slightly. And punch that up. Right. I don't know if Andy... Okay, Andy, is it live again? God, it's just test driving again, isn't it? But, hopefully this is working. If anyone's in there, if anyone's in the chat room, just let us know what the sound's like. Because still live. Okay, cool. Excellent. I suppose, Lee, are you still there?
Hello. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Do I need to talk to test this sound out or something like that?
Yes. Yeah, you do.
Do I have to say testing, all that shit?
No, he says that's better. So, okay.
Is it better? Okay, yeah. Awesome.
I need to take a photo of that. How it's set up now. and then never touch anything ever again.
It's the 21st century. Get a Polaroid, then you can see it quickly.
Yeah. Take a picture with my mind. Right, okay, right, let's go for it. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you. Right, here we go. Fingers crossed this works. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Shonky Lab. I'm Elton, and today I have guest producer, Mr. Lee Harvey. How are you? How are you? Wow, like a gopher just jumped in my mouth then, I think. Hang on a second.
See, I go away for several weeks. I see that the production values are still exactly the same.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing changed here whatsoever. So, yeah, guest producer Lee Harvey. How are you, mate? You all right?
Hello. Not too bad. Okay, yes. All good. How are you?
I'm all right. We're test driving on YouTube at the moment, which seems a bit weird.
Is this not the first time?
Yeah, this is the very first time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't want it off the screen on the Mac because that'd just be like far too much in my face. Yeah, I wanted to show everyone my luxury studio that we have here. Which is just my front room, really. Me staring at a wall. That's it. But, if anyone wants to join us live, this is going to be going out as a podcast. So please pop along to facebook.com/groups/the Shonky or Shonky Lab. And all the details of the next recording will be there. So, yeah, next time. Come and join us. I'm not too sure if I'm going to re-subscribe to the Mixler. This might be the future. It might not be, but it might be. Yeah, we'll have to see.
We shall see.
Mixler's it's really good, but it's really expensive, and this is free. So
yeah. Best things in life are free.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So
the Shonky Lab.
Yeah. So what are we here to talk about then? I suppose. I suppose it's in the title, isn't it? The World Cup. But
the Kabaddi World Cup, yeah.
Oh man, there has to be a Kabaddi World Cup, hasn't there?
Because if it's not that, then all my preparation's wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, yes, so mine. Yeah. Hang on, let me change my web pages that I've got. Oh, you've just reminded me about Kabaddi again.
There is a Kabaddi World Cup. I've just searched for it.
When's that coming?
We haven't even mentioned the word football, and we're already off topic.
Yes.
Oh, India won it. Who knew?
Hang on. India won the Kabaddi World Cup?
India beat Iran 38-29 in the 2016 Kabaddi World Cup.
Right, okay.
There you go.
Thanks for the spoilers. I was going to download all of the episodes and all of the matches. But,
England were in it. There you
go. England were in it?
Yeah.
There's an English team.
So were the United States. It's clearly the next big thing.
Oh, man, if they play it around here, I've got to go watch a match at least.
It was on Sky Sports, apparently. Anyway, right.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
How did we not know this?
I don't know. I have Sky Sports. Can I have a little rant first then about Sky Sports then?
Go on. Yeah.
Right. Oh, when was it? It was just after the season had finished. There's two Sky Sports
season, right?
Okay, yeah.
Not the Kabaddi season.
Not the Kabaddi season. No, that is. Is that indoor? No, it's not indoors. It's you could play indoor though. Anyway, you're getting me off topic. The Sky Sports, they had all the football season had finished, and they, for some weird reason, they started showing the FIFA esports World Cup.
Why?
I don't know. They're doing this a lot more nowadays. You had just kids sat in chairs playing FIFA against each other live on Sky.
On Sky Sports?
On Sky Sports.
If they had like an esports channel, all right, I'll give you that.
Well, they do. They do have an esports channel, but I think they ran out of things to put on there. And yeah, if I want to watch that, I'll go up to my boys' room and watch him play FIFA.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Is this because BT Sport and Premier Sports and all the other channels have bought everything up? Is that what it is, you think?
I don't know. I think they're thinking that it might get a different generation of people in to listen to or watch their channels.
But, oh, no, you say that, but then YouTube, like video game channels, are huge, aren't they?
Yeah, Twitch is huge. People sit there and watch other people play video games.
Oh, it's not on, is it? It's change. It's not good, is it?
No, and also with the
we're getting close to middle age now, and we can't cope with all this.
Oh, dude, I'm there. I'm already there, man. But the Formula One, their Twitter stream and their Facebook stream, half of the posts that they put on there nowadays are esports, which is just kids sitting in a chair and pretending that they know how to drive. And
really?
Just honestly, it's there. It's getting so annoying that I'm getting.
Do you mean like Max Verstappen?
No.
Pretending that he can drive.
No, it's like I don't know. Let's make up a kid's name.
That's a joke for Andy there.
Oh, okay.
He'll be laughing himself silly at that.
Right. Do you want to do that?
What? Make a joke at Max Verstappen's expense?
No, let's not highlight any of that.
It's done.
Let's reel this back in because that's that. No, let's not go down that route. Anyway,
back to the kabaddi. Yeah, right.
Well, there's lots of esports on there.
How long has this show been going on?
For what, kabaddi, or for this show?
No, the Shonky lad, because we haven't talked about the Football World Cup once yet.
Too long already. Let's get into that. Anyway, esports rubbish. Please don't put that. I'm not subscribing to that. So, you're getting me frustrated already.
Bring them up and say you're going to leave unless they stop showing it, and then they'll give you some kind of deal.
It doesn't work like that. They go, okay, fine. I've already tried that, and they just look at you and go, okay, go then. And I look back at them and go, okay, I will. And then they look back at me and go, well, you're still here.
Before you know it, you're on Freeview watching the women's qualifiers, Wales against Romania.
Yep.
And that's your sport.
That's right, yeah. That's all you have. Not dissing the ladies playing footy or anything like that, but I don't watch it.
I do, actually. It's quite fun. It's all right.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Not in that way. Not in that way.
Right, okay. Let's get on to the World Cup, because this is going to go, it's going to go wrong, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
So if people hadn't worked out already, we're here for the football FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, which starts soon, doesn't it?
Right now, next week.
Right now, next week.
That'll be game one, I think. Or is it Thursday? It might even be Thursday next week.
Yeah, the first game will already be played, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And for our American listeners, we're going to say football. And we mean soccer.
Man, you just want to poke bears all over the place, don't you?
No, I'm just getting that out of the way now.
Yeah.
This is what it's going to be.
Okay.
Although they're right. Soccer is the correct word.
Pardon? What?
Because it comes from association football.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So soccer is the right word. It's just no one uses it because it's stupid.
Well, you kick the ball with your foot.
Exactly.
So it's football.
Anyway, World Cup.
Yes.
FIFA, all that. Go.
Okay, so
start the show.
Well, I was just wondering about, let's talk about not the World Cup coming up. Let's talk about, well, we can throw into that later on if you want, but just memories, just random memories of World Cups past, because I think there's a lot to talk about there, and we will miss a lot of stuff, but
Yeah.
oh well, that's the excitement of wondering whether it is going to be in there or not. And if you want to join us there is a chat room in the YouTube as well, so you can pop along to the chat room, just mix it up there if you really, really want. Anyway, so do you remember watching your first World Cup at all?
Well, it's always one of those things, is you can tell how old someone is, assuming they are a football fan, by asking them what is the first World Cup that they remember.
Okay.
So I sort of vaguely remember seeing sticker books in the shops for Mexico '86.
Yeah.
You had that weird guy with holding a football with a Mexican hat on and a massive moustache, because you always got daft mascots, haven't you?
Oh, the mascots. Okay, right. I'm writing this one
Yeah.
down as well. Like, I'm with this YouTube thing. I'm breaking the wall because now they can see me doing.
But you're actually being filmed.
Yes, it's actually going out live, filmed and everything.
That's
So,
outrageous.
I know. Mascots. Yes. Okay, right. I've written that down as well.
Awesome. So that's the first one that I can vaguely remember. But I was only 6 years old.
And that was 86, yeah?
Yeah, but the first proper one, and is still my favourite World Cup so far, was Italian '90.
Mm-hmm. And do you remember what the mascot was for that?
Yeah, it was the weird block guy.
Yeah.
Made out of the colours of the Italian flag with a football for a head.
Yeah, that's right. If Tetris had a son with a football for a head.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. If Tetris and football had a son, that is what it would be. And obviously the football would be Italian,
Oh, yes.
because of the colours. That would be what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. I don't remember anything about the 86 World Cup, although I do still have the record that the England team brought out.
In '86?
I think
Which
it
one
was
that?
86. Oh, was it We'll Fly the Flag? Or This Time We'll Get It Right? I don't know.
Is it that? I think it might be This Time. I heard of that. I don't know. I have no idea.
It's in the loft
Football
somewhere.
Football music didn't really start until 1990 either, because that's when you had New Order.
Yeah,
They did
Andy
World
in the
in
chat
Motion.
room has just said World in Motion. There we go. Yeah.
Which was a genuinely, actually good song.
That was wicked, that song.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I remember I was on holiday with school and down in Mersey Island, and we had. I remember buying it from a shop then because everyone was mad about the World Cup coming on just then. Oh, that was so good. That was my first World Cup though, Italy '90.
Yeah, same as me.
It's the one I remember. It's got really good memories. I remember crying as well. I remember my mum crying as Gaza was crying.
Yeah.
That's how weird it got. My mum will sit down and watch the big matches, but only if everyone is around to watch.
Well, that is, going slightly off the topic of specific World Cups, that's one of the great things about a football World Cup, because, look, lots of people don't like football. A lot of our audience probably not even into sport, full stop.
Possibly, yeah.
But when there's a big World Cup, everyone's watching it.
Yeah.
For once, I'm plotting to go to my family's house like twice in a week. That never happens, just because.
What, to watch the England matches?
Exactly.
Right.
It's one of the things that I've always done with family.
Yeah.
One of the few things that I've always done. Just because everyone gets into it. And you go to a pub and it's like a Tuesday night and England are playing, I don't know, the Faroe Islands or someone, and it's rammed. You know what I mean? Like a pub which would at that time of the week normally would have like 6 people in it and a dog,
Yeah.
and you can't move in there because everyone's glued to the TV.
Yeah.
It's great.
And it's normally a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
The ones I've
Normally,
been to,
yeah.
they're normally pretty good, unless it's like the last match of England and they are going out and everyone's like sulking and just,
Yeah.
oh God, again, we just do this to ourselves again and again. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've got to go back to work.
I think it's got better in recent years as England have got worse. Because there was a time, wasn't there? So going back to 90, when England got to the semi-final, and they were great, and they probably should have won that game and got through to the final.
Yeah.
You know, everyone was absolutely devastated. Whereas the last time was the European Championships rather than the World Cup. We lost pathetically to Iceland, and everyone was kind of, oh well, that's England. That's what they do now.
Oh God, that's right. Yes.
It's just okay. That's us.
Oh man, who was our manager then? Was that Roy?
Last time out,
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
We see we can't even remember properly.
It's
That's
just
how low the expectation of England football is these days.
it's just strange old men that just somehow happen to be the manager.
Yeah.
It's like
Who's
they'll
left? Who hasn't had a go yet?
Yeah. At some point it has to be my turn.
Exactly. Like royalty and football manager, England football manager. Everyone should have a go.
That's right, yeah. So okay, so Italy 90 was your first one.
That I remember having a big sort of at the Christmas in that year. I got this huge book, hardback book, and it had. So this is Christmas after the 1990 World Cup, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just full of glorious photos from the tournament and records of all the games and all the players and the goals and everything. Huge book.
Yeah.
And I had it for years and would just sit and look at it years after the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such that iconic thing because you're similar age to me, aren't you? So you would have been around 9, 10, 11, something like that.
Hang on, how
No.
I would have been 12.
Yeah. So you're exactly that age to be completely obsessed with football,
Yeah.
or something. But yeah, and for that, and the fact that England did so well probably means that it will always stand up unless we win it. It's always going to stand up as one of the best World Cups that there's been. If you were that age, I think.
Well, I don't know whether it was because I was so young, or if I was at the right age at the right time, and it was the right team, and it felt right though, didn't it? It felt good.
Yeah.
It felt okay. Do you know what? This could actually happen. It might just happen. And there was, I remember watching a match. When did David Platt score his like overhead goal? Was that against Denmark?
It was Belgium.
Oh,
it was the
Belgium.
second round, and it was like the last kick of extra time, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. And when that went in and all the England players piled onto him, and you got that famous picture of Gary Lineker leaning over and he just disappears over the back of him. He's almost looking straight down the TV to England. And it's just, oh, okay, do you know what? Yeah, man, this is actually going to go well. And it inevitably doesn't, but for that split second, though.
That's the thing. That's the thing. In that tournament, it did go well.
Mm.
It was only a couple of missed penalties.
Yep.
That was it. I mean, like you say, the last kick of the game in the second round against Belgium, 2 penalties against Cameroon, who were another great story from that tournament as well. Do you remember the opening game of that tournament?
The opening? No, I don't know.
Is it Cameroon against Argentina? And Cameroon won it 1-0, which was absurd.
Is that where they kicked them up in the air?
Yeah, where they finished with 9 players. They just kept kicking them up.
I wrote down... Was that Benjamin Massey?
Possibly, I can't remember.
Right, there was I think
There was
this
Roger
is the
Miller,
match.
was the famous Cameroonian.
Roger Miller, man. Oh, he
Who
was
must
so
have
cool.
who must have been about 34 then, and he still played in like the next 2 World Cups.
That's right. Yeah, I think he's the oldest person ever to score a World Cup football goal. World Cup football
Probably.
goal.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think he is, but that Argentinian Cameroon match, I think Cameroon went in there thinking, do you know what? If we just kick everyone up in the air, and while they're up in the air, we might be able to run along and score a goal. And there's one where these two dudes, they just collide. And if atoms didn't split, I don't know how they didn't. Because
Was that one of the red cards where, say, the Argentinian player goes past one player and he clips him?
Yep.
So he starts sending him a little bit off balance. He gets to the next one, who properly kicks him.
He hoofs
so
him,
now
doesn't
he's
he?
stumbling, he's going forward, and the third guy comes in and just cleans him out completely, and his boot goes flying, and he's just rolling around on the floor dead.
That's it, yeah, yeah. That last bit, it's like when you go to a party and you see one of your aunties is really drunk and she's tripped over a step or a curb, and she does that kind of horizontal running forwards as if like they're speeding up to plant their face onto the floor, and he's doing that, and this Cameroon guy just comes in, wipes him out, and his boot goes up in the air, and he's like, what, I didn't do anything.
Oh, brilliant. Have you seen that clip of, I think it was one of the 70s World Cups with Zaire?
No.
So it's their first and probably only World Cup they've been in, where they all line up in the wall to stop the free kick. And so the players walk back ready to take it, and the referee blows his whistle, and as soon as he does that, the wall just runs out straight towards the ball and kicks it away before he's even taken the free kick. It's hilarious.
That sounds like...
Look for it on YouTube. It's brilliant. And then he just turns. The referee's like, "No, you can't do that. Yellow card." It's like, what? What have I done wrong?
That sounds like watching 5-year-olds play football.
Yeah.
And the manager says, "Step up," and they just leg it.
I think it's just the heat of the moment, and playing in the World Cup, and got to the player's head.
Yeah.
Because it's like you must know in the rules you're playing in the World Cup. But anyway, yeah. So it's Italy '90. We're still talking about that.
Yeah. No, I have fond memories of it. There's lots to talk about from that as well. But let's not just dwell on Italy '90.
Well, I was going to say that's the best that Ireland have ever done, as well, because they got to the quarterfinals and lost on penalties.
Did they?
To Romania? Okay. Or did they beat Romania?
I don't know. I don't know that sort of stuff off the top of my head.
I can't remember who beat them. Maybe it was Italy. Somebody beat them, but they were in the quarterfinals anyway.
Right. So, '94, Ireland played there as well, though, didn't they?
They did, and the entire of the British Isles was suddenly Irish because none of the rest of the teams got in.
Oh, it was like Paddy's Day every single day, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's no Scotch, no Welsh, and no England.
Well, Wales haven't been in one since the 50s.
Yeah.
Northern Ireland's like 1982 or no, 84 maybe.
Right.
No, 82. Yeah, sorry. And then Scotland usually qualify, or they did back in those days, and got knocked out in the first round.
Right. Right. Okay. So.
But no, 94, nobody got there.
What do you remember about the '94 World Cup then? Because England weren't there.
England do have a record from that tournament. It's the quickest ever World Cup goal was scored after 9 seconds by San Marino against England. Do you remember that one?
That was the qualifier,
in the qualified, yeah, where England needed to win like 7 or 8-0.
And we got the 7 goals.
And we were losing.
I remember...
We're losing after 9 seconds to a bunch of postmen and butchers.
Didn't Ian Wright score like a hat trick in that match?
Possibly.
I don't know.
No one remembers any of the 7 goals that England scored. Everyone remembers the one that San Marino scored.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, talking about goals that weren't scored. One of my favourite things, because I remember.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Really?
Go on.
Okay. Do you remember the opening ceremony?
Yeah, that was what I was going to say.
Okay, I can't remember if I watched this live or if I watched this on a rerun when I got home from school or what. Yeah. But when this moment happened, I screamed at the TV saying, "She missed it!" And what I'm talking about is Diana Ross opened up the World Cup in '94. And part of her stage act, she was singing away and dancing around, and there was smoke going everywhere on this pitch, and there was glitter going everywhere, and shards of like silver foil everywhere. And one of the main parts of her routine was there was a ball put on the penalty spot. She was meant to kick it, score a goal, and the goal would break in straight down the middle, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
That was the whole idea. And even Diana Ross, who knew that the goalie wasn't even going to save that goal, still missed a penalty.
Yeah, she put it wide, didn't she?
Yeah.
But the best part is when she put it wide and the goal still broke in half.
Oh, yeah. The goalie dived in his correct way. I don't think the goalie actually knew what to do, because I think what would probably have been planned is, okay, right, Diana, what you got to do? You got to run up to this ball. Oh, okay. And there's a ball there, and it's on a penalty spot. Okay. And what you got to do is kick the ball in that white rectangle called the goal. Okay. And the goalie there, he normally saves the goals, but he's going to dive the opposite way to where you kick the ball, so the ball goes in. Okay. So do you know what you want to do? Or do you know what you need to do, Diana? Yes, I got to put the ball in the net with my foot. Yeah, that's correct. And then she skies it or puts it. No, she puts it wide.
Yeah, she sticks it wide, yeah.
And then the goalie's like, I don't know what to do. Look, the goal around me is crashing down as well.
The goal's fallen apart. The fireworks have gone off. The ball is nowhere near to be seen. That's gone off west.
And Diana Ross is still miming, allegedly.
Yeah, she just carries on running on and singing. Oh, America.
It's brilliant.
You gotta love it.
Yeah. Something else from that tournament as well. While we're kind of on the same lines as Ireland as well, because we did mention them pretty much earlier on. They had 2 matches which are quite famous during that tournament. One was where they beat Italy 1-0.
Yeah, that was good.
Where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, and because Italy went to the final, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Yeah,
they did. They beaten on penalties.
Was that Baggio as well?
Yeah, when he missed.
We had that awesome haircut. He had some sort of rat's tail thing that everyone wanted.
Yeah. But it was like a sort of perm mullet thing with a weird rat's tail. Yeah, it was very strange.
Yeah, there was something very Trailer Park-esque about that, wasn't there?
It was the 90s.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. They were allowed to get away with that sort of guff, weren't they? But what else was there? Yeah, I know Ireland beat Italy 1-0, and then that bounced over into Formula One as well, because you had Eddie Jordan, who's Irish. He had the Jordan
Eddie
team.
Irvine was around then as well, wasn't he?
He was driving for Jordan at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And you had the Ferrari team, which are from Italy. And on when Ireland beat Italy 1-0, I think there was a bit of argy-bargy between the 2 teams in the previous match, in the previous race. And so Eddie Jordan trying to stick two fingers up to Ferrari, he put on the sides of his cars, Ireland 1, Italy 0.
Did he? I didn't know that.
He did, yeah. I love it. I've got photos of it. It's brilliant. But also, they had a match as well where they were playing in like stifling heat, and they were trying to get a substitution on. I think they were trying to get John Aldridge on.
John Aldridge, yeah. Tranmere John Aldridge.
That's right. And for some reason, they refused to put him on the pitch. And so Ireland were playing with 10 men, and he started kicking off.
Was it the water? So, like, they had bags of water, and he wasn't allowed on or something with the water.
Weren't they waiting for a water break? I don't know.
Something like that. Because Jackie Charlton, the manager, started going absolutely apeshit, didn't he? Swearing at everyone.
But all the mics around where they were stood, they was picking it up as well. So it's going out on live TV. They were effing and jeffing and seeing and dropping all these F-bombs. And it went out worldwide. I just remember Jack Charlton just going bonkers on that though. Yeah, he looked like a dude
like an absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
he's like right. Let him drink.
Well, I think it was because he couldn't get his player back on the pitch because they were getting stomped as well. But there you
go. Well, I loved because I followed America. I think that's the first time I kind of in 90 the USA qualified and they were no good and lost all their games. But 94 was obviously their World Cup. And I think that's where because I've always liked the USA in football.
Yeah.
I think that's probably where it started because I didn't want them to get knocked out because it was their own tournament.
Yeah.
And they had Alexi Lalas, do you remember him? Who looked a bit like a goat. So he had the massive ginger hair and the crazy ginger beard. He looked a little bit like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Is he the guy that looked like he was out the Spin Doctors?
Yes.
Right, okay, yes. Yeah.
And they had their kit was brilliant. Do you remember it?
So no, not one bit.
The home shirt which I actually had was red and white vertical stripes.
Yeah.
It's like the flag, but they were wavy. So it wasn't like Southampton or Sheffield United, just straight stripes.
Yeah.
They were wavy stripes. And then the away shirt was blue with the stars on it. It was really cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I had the home shirt. My mate Gary had the away shirt because we were cool 14-year-olds.
Did you ever stand next to each other and pretend to be a massive flag?
Right, no, because it never occurred to me at the time that that's what these kits were.
You didn't? Oh, no.
Because kids are idiots.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, your mate Gary sounds like a right idiot. I'll have to Google that. I ain't going to do it now because this computer and my internet are just holding up at the moment, I think. I think they're just barely holding it together.
But I'm trying to think. So you had Romania did really well. Do you remember Badgie?
I remember the name Badgie.
Yeah, was it Badgie or was it Hadji? I think it was Hadji.
Oh, Hadji. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the name Hadji. Yes.
Yeah. Bulgaria did well. Got to the quarterfinals. I seem to remember.
Do you know the 94 one? I don't remember much about it because I think it's basically because we don't have any touchstones in that competition because of the England not being there.
Yeah,
but I do remember the penalty kick at the very end because that went down to what's his name again, didn't it? Italy were in the Badger.
Yeah, and
he ended up missing his penalty. Bit like Diana Ross. It was like the full circle thing, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Start as you mean to go on.
Gee, that has just clicked in my head. Wow.
It was probably the same stadium and the same goal as well, except with less breakage, obviously.
That would have been brilliant, wouldn't it?
Well, if he'd skied it and the goal had just fallen him.
Oh, man.
Right. So after 94 then,
Yeah.
that's France 98.
Yes. That was good. I loved this tournament. It's probably not my favourite, but there's a lot. I think there's a lot of things that went down there.
Yeah. I don't remember much
No.
about it, just apart from England.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got memories of the rest of the tournament. I couldn't even tell you who won it. Oh, France won it, of course, didn't they? Yeah.
France won it. Yes.
Spoilers. Yeah.
Yeah.
France won. Oh, hang on. Was that the final with
Ronaldo.
what's his name? Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And the Nike.
He went.
Nike.
He went sick, didn't he?
That's right.
And Nike wanted him back in. I don't know if it was Nike or not, or
that was the rumor, wasn't it? That Nike said, "Yeah, you've got to play."
Yeah, but he wasn't feeling well, wasn't he?
That's right. So he did play, and they got absolutely smashed. 3-0.
Yes, yeah. Emmanuel Petit scored. I remember him scoring. But during that competition, do you remember Romania? I think it was Romania. All their players dyed their hair the same colour. And so you had this...
I do remember this now. Yeah.
Was that the tournament?
I think so.
I'm sure it is because
I'm gonna say yes. I remember it happening, but I couldn't tell you when. So I'll go with your memory and say it's that.
Okay, let's go with that because they had a yellow kit. And then it screwed all the commentators up because they all looked exactly the same because they all had like pale skin and
Well, never mind that it's got the number and their name on the back of their shirt. Never mind that.
Yeah, I know, but some of these commentators were live in the stadium and they don't have the luxury of that, do they?
I guess, yeah.
But I remember that and once again the England matches, and I think there was a lot of controversy with Gaza not going.
Yes, that especially after Euro 96.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever forgive Glenn Hoddle for that because Gaza was one of my favourite players.
Yeah.
Ever, I think. And he was playing really, really well. He was playing for Rangers, I think, at the time.
Yes,
you've got to take somebody like that, haven't you? Really.
But he was on the pies all the time, though, wasn't he?
That's not the point. Well, we had David Batty there.
We did have David and Anderton as well.
Yeah. You've got to take a player with that kind of creativity. I mean, it doesn't mean you got to play the whole game.
Yeah.
But I think he should have gone. But then we had Michael Owen.
Yep.
And do you remember his goal against Argentina?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I was around my sister-in-law's watching that.
That was kind of one of those moments. It's like, bloody hell.
Well, yeah, okay. I'm going to come along to another one of them moments. I think in the next World Cup, I think it is. But anyway, with this, that was a case of, hang on, we can do this. Because Owen was put through and he scored, and he was like, hang on a minute, this might actually work. Because we were playing against Argentina, and which are one of our big rivals.
Yeah.
The Falkland Islands is ours as well. But yeah, I remember that. I remember all the fracas about. There was there's a couple of things we didn't mention in Italy 90 as well. Gaza crying because he got yellow carded in the semi-final against Germany, which means that he wouldn't play in the final.
Yeah.
So that's
like an iconic moment in English history, never mind just football.
That's right. We just forgot about it.
Loads of people remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we did just forget about it because we were talking about David Platt, obviously.
But yeah, you had that. Where else was I going to go with that? Oh, okay. Was it in 94 where a guy from Colombia scored an own goal?
It was Escobar, yes. And he scored an own goal, which I think knocked them out and put the USA through to the next round.
Yeah, which lost a lot of the cartel. They were they had lots of bets riding on this, didn't they?
I don't know the details of. I know what happened next, but I don't know the details of it.
Well, okay, tell us what happened next then.
He was shot
and killed.
not there, not at the game.
No.
But later on back in Colombia, he was killed. Yeah.
Yeah. And from what I've read and heard, now it could be wrong. You know, if there are any cartels actually listening to this, you know, this is allegedly. So don't come around my house and trying to bust a cap in my ass.
We are Lee Medard and Andy Plastides, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Definitely. But, what I've heard is that the cartels lost a lot of money, and so they decided to pop him off. And so
it's not his fault.
Well,
he did it on purpose.
No, but it was a mistake, and these mistakes have to be paid for, don't they?
I guess, but not by killing someone.
No, in the real world, no. By you and me, definitely not. But
in Colombia, maybe.
Yeah, that's the way it happened. And then in France '98, England came up against Colombia again, and David Beckham took his free kick and scored from that, didn't they? Which knocked out Colombia.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that with friends, and we were just saying, okay, right, watch out for the red dots, because all the Colombian players are going to end up with like sniper dots on their foreheads. Just get taken out there and then.
Yeah, just a word down to the bench to make a substitution. And then a few loud bangs.
Yeah. We laugh about it, but yeah, it was probably actually true as well. Okay. Well, okay.
So what else in that France '98? Scotland got knocked out in the first round again. That's what they do. That's their thing.
Brazil.
Probably. It doesn't really matter. It's Scotland, isn't it?
Yeah.
They always lose.
I don't pay much attention to Scotland. Sorry, Scotland.
Were Ireland there? I don't think they were.
Don't know. I can't remember. No. I remember. What do I remember? Remember the final, and that just being, well, because it was in France. There was a lot of.
Well, I can tell you, Scotland finished last in a group that had Brazil.
Yep,
they're quite good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all right.
Norway, less good, and Morocco,
even lesser good.
And Scotland got their 1 point against Norway.
Oh.
Good work, chaps. Well done.
It's like Eurovision Song Contest again, isn't it? Blimey. Okay, so
not very good.
So yeah, we had Owen's goal against Argentina,
which we eventually lost on penalties, wasn't it? Which David Batty missed.
Who else missed a penalty in that? Paul Ince missed one as well, and everyone forgets that.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He missed a penalty.
I'd forgotten that.
But because Batty missed the one that knocked us out, then he gets shaken down for it.
You were absolutely right. Paul Ince missed.
Ah, there you go.
So Alan Shearer, Paul Merson, and Michael Owen scored theirs.
Yep.
Crespo missed as well for Argentina. And
Crespo, man. Was Batistuta playing for him?
Pass.
All right.
Yes, he scored. He scored a penalty. There you go.
Okay.
Wikipedia's great.
Oh yeah. Right. Okay. A couple.
And that was the last World Cup for Yugoslavia, I suspect. I think they broke up after that.
Oh, okay. A nice bit of politics just thrown in.
There you go, history fans.
Thank you very much. That's amazing. Well done. Let's not talk about a specific World Cup now. Let's talk about things that we remember from them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any incidents that you remember that you'd like to just mention?
From
from anything at all, anything that's happened.
From the French World Cup, not so much. I do have very fond memories of just being in a drunken delirium and confusion when England beat Germany 5-1 in the qualifying stage for the 2006, was it? No, 2002 World Cup.
That's right, yeah.
Which was daft and should not have happened.
Why not?
Because England shouldn't beat Germany at all. Never mind 5-1 in Germany in a competitive game.
That's right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. It's this more of leading up, but I suppose that is quite important because England did lose at Wembley 1-0, and I think that was Keegan's last match as manager as well, wasn't it?
That's true. That was before then, I think, because Sven was in charge. Glorious Sven.
Yeah.
Who, in retrospect, was quite good because he kept getting to quarterfinals, which no one else seems to be able to do.
Which is annoying, isn't it? Yeah, he was. We had it quite good, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think it wasn't the prettiest football, though. It wasn't the most exciting football either, but, it had slight results.
Yes.
Oh, dear. But that England match versus Germany, where we beat them 5-1, I think that was 2 days before. That was September 9th, 2001.
Something like that.
I'm sure it was. Because it all got overshrouded by,
Ah, no, you're right. So England lost, didn't they, to Germany, and then Keegan left, and then Sven came in.
Because of Didier Hamann. I can't pronounce his name. He struck it along, and it was raining then, wasn't it? So
that's right. It was England's last ever 2 matches at the old Wembley. Was a defeat against Scotland and a defeat against Germany.
Well done, England. Well done, England. You know how to bow out of a really historic and important building. Well done, you. Right. Can I mention him?
Go for
something. Do you remember Rivaldo? I don't remember what World Cup it was in, but Brazil were playing against Turkey, and one of the Turkish players, Brazil had won a corner, and one of the Turkish players. Go on.
Was this when Rivaldo was shot?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
during a game, pretty much during a game, wasn't it? I mean that is what it looked like.
That's what it seemed to be. Yes.
Go on, tell the story, El.
Well, okay, Brazil had won a corner, and the ball had trickled out onto the pitch, and so one of the Turkish players decided to pass it back to Rivaldo, but being a bit spiteful and being a bit just to wind up the Brazilian, he kicked it a bit harder than what he should have done, and it hit him in the stomach. Rivaldo then.
I don't think it was even that high, was it? Was it like the leg?
It might have even been that. I think he might have turned his tushy around to hit it on his bottom. But he defended himself, and from that point on, he went and clutched his face as if he'd actually been hit in the face by a shotgun, and then just dropped to the floor. And it was one of it's just blatant cheating, wasn't it? And he got the player sent off.
See, what gets me about these things is they're in front of like 30 cameras in like 40,000 people broadcast around the world. How do they think that we're not going to see that?
I don't know. It must just be a thing of, well, if the ref doesn't see it and the linesman doesn't see it, then it doesn't really matter. They're the only important people. I
guess.
They're the only important people. So, he dropped to the floor, got the bloke sent off, and Brazil went on to win the tournament, I think. Was that 2006?
Which tournament was that one? In Germany?
Oh, I don't know. No, it was a couple of years ago.
Is it 2002?
Yeah, it might be, yeah. In
Japan and Korea?
Yes. That was
Yes,
also
2002 it was.
yeah. I'll go on to the other thing about that later on. No, I'll do it now. That was also the tournament that England got knocked out by Brazil.
Yes, it was, and that was another hello moment
Yeah,
because didn't we take the lead?
that was the thing. Yes.
Because that match basically was the World Cup final. The
Yeah.
two best teams, I still believe this, the two best teams in that tournament were England and Brazil. Everyone else was toss.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, by virtue of South Korea and Turkey being in the semi-final.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone else was rubbish. Although, didn't South Korea stitch up Italy? It wasn't like the referee just made constantly shocking decisions throughout the whole game in the quarterfinal, so South Korea got through.
Yeah, I think there was a couple of brown envelopes passed underneath tables at some point because there was a shot, someone to do with the Koreans, right? And it must have been like a head honcho or something like that. And you got, once Korea had beaten Italy, excuse me, I got windy pops. And once Korea had beaten Italy, everyone in the stadium was going bonkers, jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Running around and screaming around, and there was euphoria from absolutely everyone apart from one person. I think he was Korean, and he was stood just at the back in a suit. Couldn't see what his hands were doing, but he was definitely going
with one hand to his ear, going into an earpiece.
Yeah,
You think?
and the camera zoomed in on him as if to go, we find out who sorted all this out. And if you could see his hands, he'd be rubbing his hands together and going, my plan has worked. My plan has worked.
And poor Japan, who were also hosting the tournament, they didn't get anything from it, did they?
No, not a single thing, no.
Yeah, second round knocked out. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
See you later.
Alan Wilby has joined us in the chat room, and he says, I remember the 1978 World Cup. I'm old.
Well, you were alive then, weren't you?
Yes, I would have been, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember much
Just
about
about.
it, though.
No, you're probably alive for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I wasn't much alive. I was alive, but not very.
No. David Beckham got sent off. When was that? Was that 98?
That was against Argentina.
Remember that? Yeah, in the tradition of England football fans vilifying someone for the smallest of things for years and years. It took him until he scored the penalty to beat Argentina in the next World Cup. It's like 4 years.
Oh, the redemption, yeah.
Exactly, before everyone's like, okay, you're okay now.
Yeah, that was Simeone, wasn't it? Someone had tackled someone. Had Beckham tackled Simeone? I'm not too sure, but
possibly because Beckham was on the floor.
That's right, and he kicked Simeone, didn't he?
He just sort of flicked out his foot. It wasn't like a proper kick.
No, it wasn't. No.
It was the most pathetic red. I mean, it was a red card. You can't kick someone, but it was just really pathetic. If you're gonna kick him, or do something like Zidane when he headbutted the Italian guy in the final.
Oh, that was beautiful.
When was that?
That was 10?
Was it South Africa?
I think it might be. That was against Italy, wasn't it?
See, for anyone who's not like a massive football fan, this whole conversation is painting the game out to be full of thugs, cheats,
but
brown envelopes.
Well, that's what you want. That you want that side of the story, though, surely, because otherwise it's look, someone did a little flick and a trick, and aren't they great? Oh, look, they get paid millions of pounds and did exactly what they were supposed to do.
No one wants that. You want drama, unpredictability, mistakes, assassinations,
right?
Terrible opening ceremonies, brown envelopes.
Right.
That's
okay.
what you.
let's talk about the Beckham thing, and then let's talk
Yeah.
about the Zidane thing, because they are two brilliant things. So Beckham's on the floor. Simeone is walking around him, but not looking at him. He's not actually going to tread on him or anything, though, is he?
Yeah, because he's like talking to the referee, who
Yeah.
stood right there, looking at both of them.
Yeah, and it's like a younger sibling just tapping the older sibling's leg as if to say, "Look, I'm here. You're an idiot, but mum and dad aren't going to see that, and mum and dad won't tell us off for that." And yet,
No.
the ref sees it, and he gets sent off for it.
Well, doesn't Simeone go down like a ton of bricks?
Of course, he does.
As if he's been shot.
As if like he's been run over by a car.
Yeah.
And it's a straight red. And then, as you said, the David Beckham had effigies of him burned, didn't he? Wearing a sarong.
Yeah, because there's nothing like the English public being sensible.
Oh God, we're idiots,
and well balanced.
Absolute idiots. And so once again, England go out of the World Cup, and it's out on penalties, and so it's just the same old, same old. So we need someone to vilify for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what about this Zidane thing? Because Zidane probably at the time is one of the best players in the world, if not the.
Well, it was his last game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty much, like for France. I don't know if it was his last game.
No, it was his last game
stop.
ever.
Was it a World Cup or was it a European thing?
That was a World Cup because he walked past the World Cup.
Was it 2006?
It must have been.
Who won that?
Italy.
Yes, it was then. Yes.
Zidane he was being sledged by, I can't remember the player, but they were getting in his ear, really talking to him and just, doing all your mum does this, your sister does this, blah, 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 blah. All the stuff you're allowed to do, you should do. Kids, if you're listening to this, you should be doing that. That's how you play football. But I think it had been going on so long, and I can't remember the score at the time, but Zidane, he just flicked, didn't he?
Yeah, it just headbutted him in the chest. That was the best part about it. It was Materazzi. Materazzi was the one that he headbutted.
That's it, but it's such a peculiar action. If I was going to fight someone, which I wouldn't because I'm well weak and stuff, but I'd push them.
Yeah.
If I really thought about it, I'd hit them. If I really thought about it, I'd headbutt them in the face.
If you're gonna headbutt them, you're gonna grab them.
Yeah.
And then headbutt them. And you're not just gonna. It was like a bull charge, wasn't it? He just forced his head forwards.
It was so weird. Like that's the first thing on your head, on your mind. Well, you've snapped. I must hurt this person, so I'm going to use the top of my head, and it's not even like the forehead; it's the top of the head, and line it up with my spine, and just go full pelt into his heart.
Maybe it's a French thing because you remember Eric Cantona kicking that guy.
Yeah, but he deserved it though because he was just being a dick.
Absolutely, but he just snapped and was like, "Right, I'm going to kung fu kick you over the barrier."
Oh man. I just don't get that. And then you have the glorious, because it was his absolute final match anyway. He was retiring after that match. And you have him just walking past the World Cup, never to touch it ever again.
Yeah.
A million photos of that.
Well, they only lost on penalties. So, it didn't cost them too much.
Yeah, but they
still lost, I suppose.
You're telling me the rest of the French team aren't standing around going, "Did he headbutt him in the chest?"
I think if it was me, I'd be too busy laughing.
Well, you must be.
That would put me off more. I've been laughing at him rather than being annoyed with him.
You'd be queuing up to take your penalty. You'd be sat, arm in arm in the centre circle with all your teammates. And you'd be like, "Yeah, he did. He used his head in his chest." Why did he do?
He just bent down and headbutted him.
Yeah. Why didn't he punch him? I don't know. He decided to headbutt him in the chest.
I mean,
Zuckerberg?
for those listening, imagine this conversation with better French accents.
Oh yeah. Only slightly though. Only slightly though.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, okay, yeah. That's just weird. That's so fucking weird, man.
Well, they have a history of the French and the Dutch have a history of just going mental at tournaments.
Right.
Usually arguing amongst themselves.
Right.
The amount of times the Dutch team has just imploded as soon as they've arrived at the World Cup and they're all cooped up in a hotel together. They
That's
just all
right.
fall out with each other.
They're possibly one of the best teams in the world, and every time they screw it up, don't they?
And it's the same with France, who will either get to the final or not get out of the group stage. There's no in between.
Yeah. That's right.
They'll
We
either
might as well
implode instantly.
we might as well carpool with France. You know, okay,
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
We've been knocked out. You guys have been knocked out. Yeah, let's all just hire up a plane. You know,
Exactly.
we'll drop you off on the way home.
Exactly. We'll get onto this World Cup. I was going to say, I'm trying to think of who they're actually playing. Look in a bit.
I'm just okay. Right, I know we're dancing all over the place, but I've just read something. I've written it down, and it was a pivotal moment in that Argentinian England match in France '98.
Right.
Sol Campbell scored.
Yes, he did.
Do you remember that?
And the entire pub went absolutely mental.
Yeah,
and everyone's jumping around and hugging each other, and then it's like one person realizes what's going on.
Yeah, you've always got your mate. There's one mate always that's watching the TV, going, "Hang on, lads."
Hang on, yeah. Why are all the England players at the corner flag and all the Argentinians are playing on?
Yeah, cheating fuckers.
Was it Alan Shearer fouled someone, didn't he?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Shearer off the ball. In fact, so the ball comes in, Campbell gets up, bangs it in.
Yeah.
And the ref blows for a foul because Shearer's done something off the ball.
Oh.
I bet it wasn't a foul. I'm not going to go back and watch it.
No, it's heartbreaking, mate. It's heartbreaking. Okay, I've got one word to say to you as well. You ready?
Go on.
Vuvuzela.
Oh, I had one of those.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. my mum had friends who went out to that World Cup.
Yeah.
And brought me one back. I got rid of it now, unfortunately, but I did have one for a bit.
I'm going to order one on eBay just in case. Just for this World Cup.
I really enjoyed that World Cup.
I didn't.
If you take England out, who achieved the I think it's quite a good achievement of being the only team from 32 teams to keep the ball near the corner flag,
right,
to get a result against the mighty Algeria.
Oh, that's right. We're talking about the is it 2010
in South Africa.
Right.
Yeah. But was it that one with New Zealand, who were the only unbeaten team in the tournament?
Hey?
Spain, who won it, lost in their first game against Switzerland, and then went nuts and won the whole thing. New Zealand got knocked out in the group stage, but they drew all their games, including 0-0 against Italy.
Really?
Was it 0-0 or 1-1? Yeah. So they were the only team to not lose a game in that tournament.
I don't remember that at all.
But I remember watching it, and Robbie Savage was commentating.
Ugh.
And he was going absolutely mental when they were playing New Zealand. He was like loving it and going, I don't care about being impartial. I want New Zealand to do well, and just cheering them on. It was hilarious.
All I remember really about that is England being dreadful.
That is the worst.
Was that Capello?
Yeah, I think it was.
Right. Okay, England being dreadful, and watching the first match as well. And by the way, I'm going to jump back to an England match earlier on as well.
Cool.
Watching the first match and wondering, what the hell is that drone? Why does it sound like bees? there sounds like bees on my TV. And so you turn your TV off and go, no, it's on the TV. And you turn it on. I think there's something wrong with the TV because it sounds like there's bees on the TV.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh no, the South Africans love the vuvuzela. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Oh, well, I can put up for it for one match. And it's every single goddamn match.
So they had the sort of warm-up things, didn't they? A few matches out there, and there was the Confederations Cup, the thing that happens the summer before.
Mm.
And I remember hearing it and going, that is going to be really annoying. But to be honest, as it went on, I didn't mind. It was kind of like, well, this is the thing, this is what they do.
Yeah, look, I've got no problems with it. I am jesting slightly, but...
And you got none of the like booing people's anthems or racist chants or anything like that, because all you could hear was...
Well, yeah, I think it becomes like white noise, doesn't it? You tend to like block it out after a time. You're like, okay, well, that's like the default noise around the stadium now. So we just listen for other things around that sort of noise. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just checking how France did in that World Cup. Finished last in their group with 1 point.
Oh, that's right,
Good work, France.
Yeah, well done, guys. Well done, guys.
Like I said, out in the group stage, final, nothing in between.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to cast your mind back. We're going to jump back a tournament now. Do you remember Ronaldinho lobbing Seaman? And by the way, I love saying that sentence. He's the only Brazilian who can lob Seaman from 24 yards.
From 60 yards, yeah.
Now, if there are any people that don't know what we're on about, do you want to talk them through this?
So, England were they winning, or was it a draw by that point?
No. England were winning. Owen scored. It was another thing of...
Yeah, because it was like, here we go.
We're going to do this, aren't we? We're going to bloody do this.
Was it? So it was either a free kick or open play. It was just inside England's half, wasn't it? It wasn't anywhere near the goal.
It was a free kick.
Yeah, and he just lobbed it at the goal. And David Seaman didn't get it.
No.
Didn't even get close to it.
But this free kick, though, people still wonder whether it was a cross or whether it was a shot. And the more that time went on and the more we realised how bloody good Ronaldinho was, then I think it was a case of, do you know what? I think he might have actually meant that. But it's not just the distance. It's the height of the ball as well.
Yeah.
He could have cleared... It might have gone over my house twice fold. And, it was so high. He lobbed Seaman so high. It's an easy joke. It has to be done, doesn't it? But
it's the Shonky Lab. It's like a tradition.
Yeah, but Seaman was caught flat. Okay, we had a keeper called Seaman, just in case you guys don't know.
It's David Seaman. Yeah.
Do you know, it's even funnier now, actually. At the time, it was just, that's his name. Don't ever go at him. Leave him alone, all right? It's like, wasn't there a German called Kuntz?
Yeah, because there was that bit of commentary in Euro 96 to go off the World Cup for a second with John Watson, who was like, the Germans have the ball. Kuntz. To which all the schoolboys in England sniggered.
Oh, dearie me.
What are we talking about? Yeah.
I can't remember. There was another World Cup thing between...
Oh, so
Portugal.
we were on 2010 pretty much, weren't we? With
Yeah,
the
yeah,
vuvuzelas and then lobbing seamen. That was it. That's
yeah,
what got
yeah.
us.
Sorry, I went back.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because they were really early matches. Again, that Brazilian and England match. I cooked all my workmates a breakfast for that, and
Sweet.
yeah, that was bad times. Bad
Never,
times.
never again. Yeah.
No, no, no. Me cooking breakfast for everyone is a bad omen. So I ain't gonna be doing that again.
Well, so where did you watch the England Brazil one? Because that was one of the World Cups where you got funny timings.
Yeah, because it was in Japan and South Korea.
Yeah.
It was proper early morning matches, wasn't it? And
Yeah,
pubs were
that one
open
was
really
like
early.
9 or 10 o'clock in the morning because I remember I had a hospital appointment because I had a broken ankle. Well, I chipped a bit of bone off the ankle. It wasn't the proper break. So I had to go and get a cast either on or off or something.
Yeah.
Um, and then having like thinking, oh God, am I going to be able to watch the match? And having to like hobble through the streets of Lancaster to a walkabout bar that was open at 10 in the morning.
Right.
Because this is before they changed all the laws. I mean, nowadays Wetherspoons is open at like 8:30, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you had like, because I remember the first game of the tournament, I think that Ireland played was on at 7:30.
Yeah, they're proper early door matches.
Yeah, and I was staying at a friend's in Liverpool, and the Irish bars in Liverpool were all open at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we thought, oh my God, we can have a Guinness, and did have a Guinness at like 8 o'clock in the morning, just for the novelty of it.
Oh no, I didn't. We went
I
to
was only like 22 at the time.
yeah. Well, I was the same sort of
Yeah.
age, and I went
Yeah.
into a pub, and it was all my workmates were like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we'll have beer and watch this," and I'm like, "No, cup of tea, no, I ain't doing beer at that sort of time in the morning. Go away. I'll have a breakfast though."
But I'm trying. So I mean, apart from that one, all the rest of the World Cups have been pretty normal times. I mean, I don't remember the one in Brazil being that bad
No,
in 2014.
no, I think that worked out quite well actually. I think the matches were a bit later than what we thought they would be.
But I often hear people telling me about the World Cups before '90, or before the ones we've been talking about, where you didn't have, there was no recording it, there was no sky boxes or anything like that. It was on, and they showed them for local time. They didn't change it for TV over here like they've done for the Russian one, which is coming next week.
That's right, yeah.
All the matches are scheduled so that they're good to fit in with Western European TV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it has to fit for like Central European, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, but back in the day, if England were playing against Argentina at 2 in the morning, you on a Tuesday, you were up at 2 in the morning on a Tuesday to watch it. That was it.
I wouldn't mind that. I think I'd rather have that. That makes it
I
more of a thing, doesn't it?
I suppose it adds to a shared experience, definitely.
Yeah.
If everyone's got to, you've got to get up and you've got to watch it live. That's it. You've got nothing else.
Yeah. And everyone comes into work tired.
If at all, yeah.
yeah. Everyone phones in sick that day, don't they? But they can't get through to the boss because the boss is phoning in sick.
Yeah, he's not in yet.
Yeah, the one in Japan and Korea, they were pretty much early doors. That was weird because you'd have all the early matches and then you'd for the rest of the day you're like sat there going, okay, well, it's all over for today now, isn't it? Oh, back to normal. And there wasn't really anything to look forward to in the evening. I suppose, yeah, I do like the evening matches.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's all worked out for the European times in the Russia one then coming up then, yeah?
This one is going to be, yeah. Well, we'll come on to that in a bit, I suppose. I mean, we've not really talked about the last one.
Okay, go on then. Hit me with highlights of the last one because I can't
2014. When was it? It was Brazil. So England were awful again.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Did we get? Yeah, we finished last.
Right.
in a group that also Italy also got knocked out in the group stage, so it wasn't in the same group. It was Costa Rica and Uruguay that went through.
Right.
But yeah, England was shit.
Was that? Hang on. What one was the one where? Oh no, it might have been South Africa, where
Was
England
it?
were playing Germany. We hit the crossbar, went in, and it was disallowed.
That was South Africa. Yeah,
Right, and that was Lampard scoring it, wasn't it?
yeah. Didn't Germany win like 4-1?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
yeah,
I tell you
that
what,
was a
let's give
turning
us.
point, though, man. That was a turning point.
Tell you what, let's give us that goal. In fact, let's give us an extra one just to, the turning point, and we still lost.
Yeah,
4-3.
that's true. Yeah,
Because England were crap, and we're never going to win that game in a million years.
yeah, that's right. I can't remember much about the last World
The
Cup.
best thing about the last World Cup was the semi-final between Brazil and Germany. You must
Semi-final.
remember what happened there.
Hang on.
Right.
I know Brazil
They
lost,
they
didn't they?
shared an 8-goal thriller,
I don't
and,
remember that.
and Brazil got one of those goals.
Really? I don't remember that.
I don't remember them being like 4-0 down at half time.
No, not one bit. I remember, was it Lewis crying at the end?
Yeah. So everyone was like, "Oh, it's going to be an amazing, it's Brazil at home against Germany. 11 minutes gone, it's 1-0 to Germany. 23 minutes, it's 2-0. 24, it's 3-0. 26, it's 4-0. 29
Jeez.
minutes, it's 5. 69 minutes, 6. 79 minutes, 7. And then in the last minute, Brazil scored.
And went bonkers.
And they were beaten 7-1 in the semi-final of their own World Cup.
I don't remember anything about that. The last World Cup final, I was in Spain watching it over there.
Yeah.
And that was really good. Really good. I had actually
That Germany, Argentina.
yeah, I turned around and said before the tournament, it's one of the only tournaments I've turned around and got the winners correct.
Sweet.
But yeah, before the tournament, I said no, Germany, they're due, they're going to do it, and they had a good team, and I got that one right. And coming on to this one, I think either France or Belgium are going to do it.
Well, should we have a look at this one?
Yeah, okay, let's do this one. Yeah.
So France are in a group with Australia, Peru, and Denmark.
France, then.
Well,
Australia.
is there enough there if, as we said, out in the group stage or in the final?
Yeah.
There's enough there to knock them out.
Yes, there is. Denmark as well.
Yeah, Denmark are pretty good. Australia, Peru are quite good.
Right.
If France have to turn up, otherwise, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
But even I learned Germany won tonight.
Oh, did they?
That's against the 2-1 against Saudi Arabia.
Right.
But apparently that's Germany's first win this year in 2018.
They're saving it up, man.
You think?
You know they are. They don't want to win all their matches leading up to it. They don't want to be a New Zealand.
Who does?
Yeah.
So it's in Russia. So it's apparently all the times have to work out for Western European kickoffs. So for the first 2 and a bit weeks of the tournament, there's going to be 4 games a day.
4?
1 at 12, 1 at 2, 1 at 5, 1 at 7.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not too bad then.
So while it goes through the group stage, there's going to be a lot of football.
Oh, good. I like them days, though.
They are good, and you get to see teams you never heard of, like Panama are in the World Cup for the first time. That's
the thing. You'll find a match that you didn't think you'd love. It'll be like Morocco, Iran, and there's no way you would watch that match any day of the week apart from it being in the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, do you remember when Iran played the USA?
Oh, when was that? That
What
was
World Cup was that? Was it 98? And Iran won 2-1, and they all got given
Scud
Rolls Royces,
missiles.
I think.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. Rolls Royces.
Something like that. Some like big, like solid gold cars or something.
Solid gold cars. They couldn't put them on the boat because they'd just sink the boat.
No, exactly. What we talking? Yeah. So Russia World Cup this year. It starts next Thursday.
Yep.
That's Russia against Saudi Arabia. Two of the most wholesome governments
Easy
in the
Tiger.
world. Remember, Lee Metcalf, Andy Bastardise.
That's right, yeah.
So Group A. Now I've run these groups through Sensible World of Soccer, the premier 90s football game.
Okay, how did you run this? Was it on a?
So it's on Xbox 360.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You've got the ability to make the groups up the stage and just let the computer generate the scores automatically.
Brilliant.
The only difference was Romania had to stand in for Serbia because Serbia didn't exist when this game was made. But everyone else is there. It's fine. So we'll see how you can do against Sensible Soccer.
Did you have to put West Germany in, or did you actually have Germany?
It was Germany. Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Okay.
Yeah, because West Germany, the last time they played as West Germany was 1990.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much that year, wasn't it? Or the next year that unification happened. So it was Germany proper. Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone else is fine except for Romania, for Serbia. So Group A, you ready?
Yeah, go on.
So Group A has Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay.
Yeah.
Who's finishing first and second from there?
I reckon Russia and Uruguay.
That is exactly what Sensible Soccer thought as well. In that order. From the things I've read today, apparently Egypt are not too bad and Russia are awful. So we'll see. But Sensible Soccer agrees with you. What?
Is
2 points? Would that be?
Yeah. Is Salah all right to play?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Egypt's talisman, isn't it?
Yeah.
He was injured the other week.
Oh,
playing for Liverpool. If people didn't know.
By that dickhead Ramos.
I didn't see it. I think I must have been at the bar.
Oh, okay.
I did watch the game, but I didn't see that.
Oh, he's a dirty little sod, man. Honestly. Yeah, okay, yeah, he wins things. Well done, but, have a bit of class about you.
Who's he play for? In country-wise, I mean.
It's Spain, isn't it?
He's Spanish.
Yeah.
I don't follow anything beyond Millwall. Got no idea.
Okay, go on. Back to Sensible World of Soccer.
You've got 2 points. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Go for that. Group B.
Yep.
Morocco, Iran,
Uh-huh.
Portugal, and Spain.
Okay, I think Portugal and Spain will go through.
Yeah.
I think World of Soccer turned around and said Spain and Morocco.
It said Portugal first and Spain second.
Oh, okay.
So you've got another 2 points.
Have I?
Good work. Well, you've got all four right so far.
Okay, all right.
According to Sensible World of Soccer.
I will take that.
Group right. So we're a quarter way through now.
Yep.
Group C.
Yep.
France, Australia, Peru, and Denmark.
I think. Right. Personally, I think France and Denmark.
Okay.
But I think Sensible World of Soccer said Denmark and Peru.
No, they agreed with you.
Oh.
2 points again.
I get another 2 points, even though I thought, okay, fine.
Well, you're guessing the same as Sensible World of Soccer.
Right, okay, fine.
Okay, Group D, you ready?
Yep.
Argentina,
Yep.
Iceland, Croatia, and Nigeria.
Argentina and Croatia.
Correct again.
Really?
It's easy, this, isn't it?
It is. It's like, well, easy. I should, Put some bets on.
I will be betting on what Sensible World of Soccer has told me throughout the tournament. I did this at the last World Cup. I didn't lose much.
Yeah.
I didn't make anything.
Well, as long as you didn't lose.
No, I did lose.
Okay, you did lose. Yeah,
we're only talking about like 20p ones for each game. Anyway, right. Group E.
Mm-hmm.
Costa Rica, Serbia, stroke 1990s Romania, Brazil, and Switzerland.
Okay, Brazil and Serbia / Romania.
Oh, so close. Brazil and Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
Just 1 point there.
Okay.
Group F, Germany, Mexico, Sweden, and South Korea.
Germany and Mexico.
Germany and Sweden.
Sweden?
They're actually my 50p bet to win the whole tournament at 150 to 1.
Oh, well, good luck to you on that one.
I'm not going to win. But they have already knocked out Holland and Italy.
Right.
So we'll see. Group G, Belgium, Panama, Tunisia, and some mugs from around this way.
Okay, I think that'll be England and Belgium.
Correct. 2 points. And the last one, Group H, Colombia, Japan, Poland, and Senegal.
Man, this is like a well hard one because it's full of like rubbish.
Yeah, exactly. It's not because it's the usual group of death you have with like 3 or 4 really good teams. It's just 4 toss teams.
Oh, but then again,
average teams.
I think if we come second in our group to Belgium, then we get to play the winners of this group, don't we?
We play a team from this group regardless.
Okay, Poland and Colombia.
Colombia and Senegal was what Sensible World of Soccer said. So you dropped 3 points. It's not bad.
No, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. Well done. There we go. That's what Sensible World of Soccer says the group stage will be.
Good stuff.
And I guess we can put out on the Shonky Lab Twitter feed what it actually says throughout the tournament.
Yeah, okay. Why not?
If anyone really cares.
No, nobody cares, but who cares? Exactly. So
we care.
Yeah.
We care.
So are you looking forward to this World Cup then? Are you getting excited for it now?
From today, yeah. I think I've got full World Cup fever.
Right, okay.
As soon as I left work, because then it was like, I'm going Shonky Labs on. I've got a new TV arriving tomorrow. It's on now.
Right. Okay.
How about yourself?
I don't. I think once the first game kicks off, I'm gonna start looking forward to it. But yeah.
For about 5 minutes until you realise that first game is Russia against Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. Well, I think we should wrap it up there. Thank you very much for joining me for this World Cup chat, I suppose.
No worries. Apologies to the people who are not into football.
No. We do geek stuff, and now we're doing football stuff.
Firstly, what's wrong with you? Sort your life out. Second, give it a go for this summer. It's fun.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to the people on YouTube as well.
Definitely.
It's our very first time doing it there. If this is the first time joining us on here, then please pop along to shonkylab.com. You can find all the details over there. We have a Facebook group. We have a Patreon. We have other shows as well. We have Grumpy Podcast. We have From the Us to the Moon. We have Panda Brothers Podcast that you can catch up on as well. I am also on the Black Dog Podcast with Lee Megcalf, Darren Barnard, and Mr. Jim Moon. And that's a film review show as well. So, please pop along and check all these other things out. All the links are on shonkylab.com. So you can find all that stuff over there. So until next time, thank you very much, Lee, for joining me.
Yeah, anytime, mate.
Cheers, man. And it leaves me to say, please leave quietly. This is a residential area. There we go. Right now, I'm going to turn it off there. Hang on a second.